Hello, BookTube! Are you tired of seeing me in this shirt in the same setup as my other two videos? Oops! Anyway, so I hope you don't mind that. I know some people can be annoyed by it, but I'm just trying to get my content out of there because I've been in such a slump. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through all the books that I acquired in December. And some of these I did buy, even though I know I said I was gonna go on a no buy for December, but I did have a low buy, which I think is good enough. So I'm gonna go through the books that I bought myself, and then I'm gonna go through the books that I got from other people this month. So I bought these two books, and they were $1 each, and honestly I don't know how to feel about them, but I'm planning to make a video with them, so this is why I bought them. So I bought Neptune's Tears by Susan Wagner. And first of all, look at this cover. That's one of the reasons I picked it up. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shallow about it. And then the summary in the back, the first sentence is attraction to an alien? Anyway, you know this hot alien's gonna look exactly like a human, and I'm ready for some trash. So here we go. I bought this book. I also bought Viper Wine. So this is by Hermione Eyre. This is historical fiction, but I believe it's historical fiction with a twist. This book is about a woman in the 1800s, and she's obsessed with beauty, and the women around her in high society have started drinking something called Viper Wine, which is apparently a youth elixir. But then strange things start to happen to the women who take this elixir, and I don't know what that means, I don't know what that entails, and I'm actually really, really excited to give this a try. I bought The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed, and I got this at my local thrift store. It's only a couple dollars. This is basically about a bunch of girls who are kind of the outcast in their society, in their town, and basically they start a group and they start to threaten the men and the boys in their school who rape and harass women. And I think that's pretty dope. That's all I need to know about this book. So yeah, I got this one, and I'm pretty excited to read about some badass girls doing some badass things. Okay, now I'm going to start talking about the books that I got from Book Outlet, because I have no control and can't, you know, say no to impulsive buys on the internet. So the first book that I got from Book Outlet was A Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. This cover is one of the reasons I wanted to read this book, to be honest. When I first heard the plot, I was like, okay, like that's something I can get behind, but this cover is just beautiful. This is an Asian-inspired retelling of The Evil Queen from Snow White, I believe, and it's basically the evil queen as a young girl and how she becomes evil. So this is a character who's going bad. So and I haven't read a lot about that in a really long time, so I'm excited to read about this. This next book I'm really, really excited for. So this is A House of Furies by Madeline Rue. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce the last name, but I'm so excited to read this. So I found this book, so I heard about this book on BookTube, but I never really knew what it was about. And then I found it in my library and read the plot summary, and then I read a chapter in it, and like, I love it. So this is a ghost story, basically. Honestly, I don't know. It's a ghost story in a dope haunted house, and I'm here for it. I love it. Alrighty, well if you've seen my other stories, I am trying to read more Stephen King. So I have Stephen King, The Long Walk, which is about young boys who are in a competition. I don't know if they volunteer for it or if they're just chosen to participate, but it's basically a competition where they need to go on a long walk. But this long walk could end in fatalities. So I don't really know much more about the plot other than that. It is kind of way bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I feel like I should just get used to that at this point with Stephen King novels. But I'm really excited to read this, especially because I read one book by him that I hated and then another one that I liked. So I'm gonna see where this one falls. Okay, so this book is honestly the reason why I went on Book Outlet. And that is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is about a young girl whose best friend is named Monday, and one day she just doesn't come to school and she's disappeared, and it's her trying to get people to care about this missing girl. And I love the cover and I love the premise of this book, and it's like a big book, so I'm excited to read this. This sounds like it's gonna be great, and I'm excited. And then the last book that I got from Book Outlet was The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. And this begins with a young girl murdering the man who murdered her sister. And I've heard this book is really dark and about women murdering men who rape. That seems to be a theme that I like in my books, so I'm excited to read this. So this next book I did buy, and I bought it at full price. I never do that, but I was in an airport, so how could I say no? And that is The Golden Compass by Phyllis Pullman. I have never read any of his books. I haven't even seen the movies, to be honest. I have no idea what this is about. I just know his dark materials, the idea of having an animal be your soul representation, and I love that, so that's why I'm gonna read this. And I don't know anything about this plot, so I'm excited to go into it blind and see what comes out at the end. Alrighty, now we're gonna get into the books that I asked for Christmas for, and I got all of these from my family. So the first one I got was The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This is just so pretty and so Christmassy to me. I know it's after Christmas now. I don't know when I'm gonna get to this. Hopefully I'll get to it soon. If I don't, I may just save it for next Christmas. I don't really know what this one's about either. It's a Russian tale, or inspired by Russian traditions, I believe. And yeah, I'm excited to read this. I think it's really pretty. I got Kate Morton's The Clockmaker's Daughter. Look at this cover, it's beautiful. So this is one of the first books that I asked my mom for Christmas, and my mom's a huge reader. She reads way faster than I do, she reads way more than I do, like I don't get anywhere strange. So I asked for this book, and she got it for me. And I came home, and we hadn't celebrated our Christmas yet, and I found this book just on my bed. It wasn't wrapped, so I was like, okay, like she's giving it to me now. And like one of the first things she says to me is like, oh my god, this book is so good. I read it all day yesterday. So she bought this book for me, read it first herself, and loved it. And she kept telling my dad like she couldn't go to this Christmas event because she needs to finish this book so she can wrap it for me. Clearly she didn't get to wrapping it. So already this has a very high critique, and I'm expecting great things from this book. Next two books, I think you can guess, well, there's more than two, but I think you can guess what books they are by my thumbnail. So I got the entire Grisha trilogy. I have, it's upside down. I have, let me see if I can get this without the sheen, Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and then Ruins and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo, yes. I have not read any of Leigh Bardugo's books. I do have Six of Crows, and I was going to start Six of Crows this month. However, I recently learned that you should read the Grisha trilogy first to really understand the world that Six of Crows takes place in, and I want to give myself the best chance possible of loving that book because it's so hyped in my mind, and I am excited about these books. I was going to read them anyway, so I got these. Did I go a little overboard getting the entire trilogy before I knew if I liked her writing? Yes, but here I am. Here they are. Here we are. I got the entire Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. So it is a darker shade of magic, a gathering of shadows, and a conjuring of light. So I do have a darker shade of magic in a hardcover collector's edition because I can't read descriptions on Book Outlet, but that's fine. And now I have the entire series, so I'm really excited about this. Like, the premise is so interesting to me. Like, this is something I can really get behind, and I'm really hoping it holds up to my expectations. But now I have the entire series if it does, and honestly, even if it doesn't, I own them, so I'm probably gonna still read them. But yeah, these are all the books that I got in December, and I know I had a no-buy, and I bought a bunch of books, but I'm not really disappointed by any of these books. Hopefully in the month of January I can get through a lot more of them. My goal for 2019 is to read my TBR like physical books that I own, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that coming up real soon. But thank you everyone for watching if you watched this long. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love for you to watch my future videos and see what I think about these books. Alright, well, thank you, have a good day, and bye!